Hi guys! So I kind of wanted to show you how to do the modular sketches today. I know you're probably thinking, what in the heck is a modular sketch? Well, a module is basically a small unit or a shape, okay? So we are going to be creating a sculpture out of the same shape repeating over and over and over. Okay, so you guys got some toothpicks in your art kits and you're actually going to be creating shapes with those toothpicks. And then we're going to be putting all those together. So this is just kind of a little sketch to get you going. Now, I tried freehanding it and it comes out really, really sloppy. And it's really hard to kind of visualize, how you want this to look. So I'm gonna not have you guys freehand it. I'm gonna have you make a stencil. So what I want you to do is just find an old piece of cardboard. So this is just a lasagna box. And I cut out a few shapes that I'm considering using. So I have some rectangles here and I have some diamonds here. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is use this as a stencil to make our sketches and to have it repeating over and over and over. Okay, so here's one that I kind of started. Okay, again, I was using my rectangles here. Okay, and repeating over and over. And I kind of like this fan shape that was going here. So I was starting with something that is very rectangular. And making it almost kind of circular, which, speaking of the shapes, you can do any geometric shape that you want, but it can't be anything circular. So you couldn't do a circle, but you can do rectangles, squares, octagons, triangles, anything like that would be fine. Anyways, then I started thinking about, well, what would a base look like for this piece? And do I want some kind of a center? So maybe I'll put another one right here, kind of repeating a shape right in the middle. Now you probably noticed this square that's just kind of hanging out up here. Okay, you don't want to have any kind of shapes that are just floating. So they should be connected or overlapping in some way. Because in a sculpture, you wouldn't be able to have just kind of a little piece that's just hanging out there by itself. Okay, so I've got kind of a cross shape, I've got the fan. As far as how many shapes, you want to have 20 shapes. So you might have to kind of count them and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I'm almost there, but not quite. So I'm gonna have to add some more to this. So maybe I'll continue that fan because I really kind of like that fan shape. And then when you're done with these, and again, you're going to be doing 3, you might want to go over it in marker and just darken it, because I may not be able to see it in the picture. But if you drew it dark enough, then you don't have to. But I'll show you a few others that I did that I went back and I darkened them. Okay, so 13, 14, 15. So now I have 5 more that I have to do. So maybe I'll continue on this base down here. And let's see, I'll kind of think about how I might want that to stand. And your sculpture may end up coming out different. That's okay. It just, at least it gives you kind of a starting point. It's, for me personally, it's always kind of hard to start a sculpture when I don't have anything to kind of base it on in the beginning. But I would say, at least 70% of the time, it ends up looking a little bit different than what I thought. Because as I get into the project, my ideas change. But it's always good to have something to start with, okay? So I will continue on that. Here's a few others that I did, okay? So you can kind of see, again, that rectangular shape. And then here's one that I did with diamonds, okay? And I even was thinking that I would do another one with diamonds, but I think maybe, although I know this looks kind of like triangles, but again, I'm kind of thinking to the toothpicks, maybe I'll have a toothpick down the middle and maybe even one down the middle this way, so it'll end up breaking it up into more triangles. That's just kind of my thought process. So I'm going to continue on this. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.